In the end, it didn't work, so she came out to help Nanshan several times. When others discovered that even the heirs of the top clan like Regnar would come to help Nanshan get out, the other beggars naturally did not dare to offend Nanshan again. As a result, Nanshan pretended to be invincible and brought all the beggar gang forces in Zhejiang province into his own hands. Now he is the leader of the famous Gang of Beggars in Orus Hill area. Nanshan is also very proud of this, because this kind of thing comes in too quickly, and it is completely unnecessary. Everyone is scattered, everyone finds a place, lies on the ground, and then writes on a blank paper. Copywriting that sells badly is just lying down and making money. In a short period of time, he has already saved more than 1 billion family assets. Yakina was naturally relieved to see that her younger brother had made such a great achievement. For her brother-in-law, the younger brother was responsible for it, which was the continuation of the entire family's blood. The Shui family's parents left early and there were no relatives. The more desolate and the less prosperous the family, the more she hoped that the Shui family could open up its branches and leaves as soon as possible, so that the family would also prosper and gradually become a famous family in Orus Hill. So that I can be considered to have completed my mission to myself. After leaving her brother's family, Yakina turned and returned to the villa. Regnar was sitting in the living room with a cigar in his mouth, and said annoyedly, "Yakin, I recently heard that your brother's beggar has made a lot of children to make money. Can you tell him he will constrain a little bit later? Now everyone knows that he is my brother-in-law. He is doing this kind of mischievous business, and everyone outside thinks it is my order. What my Wu family says is 100 billion level. How can this big family get involved with this kind of business?" When Yakina heard this, her eyes were flushed with grievance, and she choked with sobs. "Husband, you don't know the situation of Nanshan. You said that he has no ability, education and no education, and no brains, except for the sidetrack. What else can he do? He's just this little brother. If he doesn't live well, then I won't die." Regnar's most helpless thing is to see his wife's grievances. He also knows that this is just his wife's trick, but after all, out of true love, when he sees her grievances, even if she pretends to be wronged, Regnar will feel distressed in his heart. So, he could only sigh, and said, "If you have done it, don't feel wronged. I mean, you will also say hello to Nanshan when you look back. There are many ways to make a mistake. Partial behavior is placed on women and children. If he has a kind, and dares to fight and kill, then I can completely praise him as the underground emperor of the whole Orus Hill. Why do things that hurt women and children every day? These things. It's really faceless." Yakina came to Regnar with tears in her eyes, sat beside him, grabbed his arm with both hands, and choked pitifully. "Husband, you don't know what my brother is like. That ability to fight and kill with others? Besides, in our entire Shui family, he is the only man left who says that he can't go out to fight and kill. If something happens to him, we Shui isn't the home going to be broken?" Regnar said helplessly, "Didn't I tell you? If he dares to fight and kill, I will cover him behind his back. With me, do you think anyone in Orus Hill dares to move him?" Yakina wiped away her tears, and said, "That's not what I said, my husband. There are many children now, who are totally shocked. He doesn't care what your identity or background is. He might just pick up a knife and say killers. If they hurt Nanshan and kill them all afterwards, what problem can they solve?" As she said, she grabbed Regnar's hand and said with red eyes, "Husband, he is just a younger brother Nanshan. You are for the sake of me having been with you for so many years and giving birth to 2 sons. Be considerate. Be considerate of him." Regnar sighed and said helplessly, "These things Nanshan has done are too damaging and against morality. If you have time someday, let him go to the temple to burn incense.